for Sonic movies. Even if they had a lot of bumps at the start of that first trailer back in 2019, they have now become the most successful video game franchise in Hollywood, with the third movie pushing the franchise to becoming a $1 billion franchise. And with the announcement of Sonic 4 coming in March of 2027, while the script of Sonic 4 might be still being written, why not talk about what zones might be in the fourth movie? And also because I haven't really found many people talking about this, so without further ado, let's start. Before we get into the zones of the next movie, we have to know, what will the movie be about? What game will it be based on? For the moment, we don't know, but we have some theories. In the mid-credit scene of Sonic 3, two characters are shown, Metal Sonic and Amy Rose. And because of these two characters, and the fact that Metal Sonic came in Terminator style, we can easily determine that the fourth movie will be based on the obscure Sega CD game, Sonic CD. The game follows Sonic, trying to restore Little Planet and the timeline from Dr. Robotnik and his new assistant, Sonic, who have stolen the Time Stone to control the future in their fate. It is for the player to go back in time with help of time posts placed around each level, to go to the future or the past, to try and get rid of robot transporters and Metal Sonic projections to create the good future in each stage. And as well retrieving the 6 time stones found at the end of each level if a player has more than 50 rings after beating the UFO special stage, to create the good future and have the good ending. And save Amy Rose as a side plot. Well, in the movie there's a quite big difference with this plot. First of all, the time stones aren't here, so the Chaos Emeralds might be used instead. And as well, Sonic and Amy might be working together to stop Sonic and Robotnik, who could have actually survived because of some concept art being released earlier this year of Robotnik actually going through the black hole, which was created after the explosion of the Eclipse Cannon, where he has now transported to a timeline where he is king. So he sent the Metal Sonics to actually get rid of Sonic for a reason that we don't know yet. Some other people might be thinking that these Metal Sonics might have come from Captain Rockwell, but we have no idea. I'm going off the Eggman theory for now. So now we know the story of Sonic 4 and what game it's based on. Now we can get on to the good stuff. The zones. So, and for the last time we're going to go back to the mid-credit scene for one last time to determine this zone. So Sonic appears in New York State Park, which, after a quick search on Google Maps, does not exist. But after looking at the images of what New York's great outdoors inspires to, we can easily determine that the first zone of Sonic 4 will be Palm Tree Planet of some description, first zone of Sonic CD. And then, perhaps going back to the past, for perhaps a prehistoric Hilltop Zone from Sonic 2. You might be wondering, why am I taking a zone from Sonic 2 for a movie based on Sonic CD? Well, in fact, Sonic CD and Sonic 2 actually have quite a correlation. They were actually supposed to be sequels to the first Sonic the Hedgehog game. But, however, Sonic 2 was actually supposed to have a time travel plot. But because of the amount of time to create the game, it got scrapped, resulting in a level order of Sonic 2 being a little messed up because of the original plan of going back in time, but in a different way. So we're going to go with Hilltop Zone, a prehistoric New York 80 million years ago, which would be a very nice sight to see, especially seeing the lava and the amount of dinosaur badniks, which I think are very underrated, and because there aren't as many badniks in the movies, which is one of the biggest letdowns of the movies. It would be really nice to see more badniks in the Sonic movies in general in the future. Now, the next one after this we're going to mention is actually another past zone, Ancient Rome. In many of the classic Sonic games there is at least something to do with the ancient Roman Empire. Marble Zone in the first Sonic the Hedgehog game, Aquatic Ruin in Sonic 2, R2 as a scrap zone from Sonic CD, and even Marble Garden in Sonic 3. So I think a good combination to these zones would be very nice to see in the next movie. As well as this, perhaps we might go to Ancient Egypt again, but as the past version. Obviously a reference to a sort of past version of Sandopolis from Sonic 3. After being the past, I think, after the Ancient Egypt sort of inspired Sandopolis zone, I'd say that the next one after this would not be in the past, but the future. In Sonic CD there are two versions of the future. The good future, when you get all the time stones past and also get rid of all of the Metal Sonic projection to get the good future. A utopia where there's no badniks and it's just beautiful. Or if you do none of that, you'll get into an absolute roboticized industrial place, or known as Eggman's Dream, known as the bad future. My theory is that before the end of the movie, it's going to be the bad future, and they have to defeat Robotnik, in fact, to actually access the good future. First of all, we have Oil Ocean Zone, a zone from Sonic 2 which would work really well in the sort of bad future because it is obviously in the Middle East, which is well known for its oil. As well as this, Oil Ocean is actually a very good looking zone and would really match with all sorts of other bad future stages which we're going to have a look at. Good thing, and also because I love Oil Ocean. I love the orange and purple colours, so I would love to see this in the movie. I'd love to. After this, they might go to Eggman Center of Operations in Beijing, known as Eggman Land from Sonic Unleashed. And I think this zone will commemorate a lot of stuff, as well as being the final fight place with an iconic final fight between Metal Sonic and Sonic, and as well a big commemoration to all the sort of factory levels at the end of each Sonic game. And I'm saying them all. Scrap Brain Zone, Metropolis Zone, Metallic Madness. You get the idea. Any industrial place will be referenced to. It will be fire. So, what are your thoughts of these zones? What are your thoughts on what will be in Sonic? Am I correct or am I completely wrong? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video as well, share it if you want to. I'm not forcing you, I'm just asking, please. As well as this, if you want more stuff like this and more Sonic movie theories, please remember to like, share and subscribe. That's pretty much all to say. See you soon!